We're already into the second month of the new year, and I'm continuing my new way to make resolutions project. The basic idea is to achieve one new thing each month, a positive goal, and then add on each month. So by the end of the year, you'll have 12 new healthy habits and a healthier lifestyle. I made a whole video about that. If you missed it, I'll put a link in the description down below. This month, it's all about core and posture. Your core works super hard for you all day, every day. Your core muscles support your spine and your internal organs, and they power almost every movement you make. Remember when you were a kid and your parents used to tell you to sit up straight? Turns out they were actually doing it for your own good, even though it probably felt really annoying at the time. Standing and sitting in proper posture, wow, that's hard to say. Standing and sitting with proper posture helps your body in so many ways, from your mood to your digestion, even your breathing. It also helps cut down on aches, pains, and muscle imbalances. It can even have an effect on your workout. It can. That's because your posture directly affects your core strength. Yet most of us don't give our posture the attention it deserves. If you're like a lot of people, when you do think about your core, you're probably thinking about trying to get a flat stomach or how your abs look. Leave me a comment down below and let me know when the last time was that you gave your core a little TLC. Here's something eye-opening. Your core muscles form the basis of every movement that you make, day and night. They keep your spine safe and stable as you move your arms and legs. They help you keep your balance. They power your breathing. They support your internal organs and keep you standing and sitting tall. When your core muscles are out of whack, you can get headaches, neck aches, and low back pain. And about 80% of us have low back pain at one time or another. You can also feel stiff and sore, tired, or have a hard time turning your head in either direction. Has that happened to you? Leave me a comment down below. Let me know. Plus, having weak core muscles can actually make you feel older than you are. And if you're an athlete or even mildly athletic, your core is critical to your success because you can't perform key sport-specific movements properly if your core is out of condition. And this is an issue that many athletes will find out the hard way because their performance will suffer, they'll get injured, or their progress will just plateau. If you're new here, my name is Aimée, and I'm a certified elite trainer, nutrition coach, and PSA ranked and rated figure skating coach. It always surprises me how often people engaged in sports and fitness have weaknesses in their core. And I often provide specific exercises that will help them improve their performance in the sport. But here's the thing, it's not just athletes. I often work with parents, families, and even other coaches to help them create change and get real results. Your core is such a huge part of fitness and wellness because your core are some of the most important muscles in your entire body. So in this video, I'm going to tell you what to look for as warning signs that your core is weak and how you can strengthen it right now. But first, I post at least 3 videos a week, sometimes, often, usually more. And my videos can help you find simple but life-changing habits. If you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and then tap the bell icon right next to it. And if you're not new here, but for some reason you still haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Just go ahead and get that out of the way. Okay, so now back to your core. The problem for many of us, athletes included, these muscles are out of balance because of everyday things that we do or don't do. In other words, our lifestyles can actually work against us. Over time, your muscles can get weaker without you even realizing it. This can set you up for poor posture, injuries, aches, pains, and more. Some things you may do that work against having a strong core include sitting slouched in front of your laptop. Look at how much height I just lost when I did that. Or just sitting too much. Walking around hunched over your phone, or sleeping in not such great positions like curled into a ball. Now, I've got a real eye-opener for you. There are actually 7 warning signs, yes, 7, that your core muscles may be getting weak. The first one is you may have to use your arms to help you get out of bed or out of a chair. This one can be super sneaky because you probably do it automatically. So here's a test that you can try. Sit down in a chair, wait a few seconds, and then stand up. Did you automatically reach to grab a table or the sides of the chair to help get you back up? And here's another test you can do tomorrow when you wake up in the morning. When you're still lying in bed, pay close attention to how you get up. Do you use your hands to push you into position to get up, or are you able to sit up on your own? If you need assistance with getting up out of a chair or getting out of a bed, these are signs that your core may be getting weak. Number 2, you notice that you're slouching when you're driving or sitting at your desk. This is another one of those subconscious things that most of us will do, because the more and longer that you sit, the more you're apt to slouch. This only makes sense because over time, your muscles get tired of holding you up. But this can make it more difficult for your lungs to expand when you breathe. It can actually make pretty much all the muscles in the front of your body become tight and inflexible, and can make you feel fatigued and even depressed, and eventually lead to weakness. Number 3, your balance is off. Your core muscles can help keep you stable, especially if you have to make any sudden moves, stand on one foot, or do anything that involves rotating or twisting. This one is especially useful for my figure skaters. Try standing on one foot for 15 to 30 seconds and repeat on each side of your body. If you find yourself wobbling, try this. Think about zipping up through your core while you're standing on one foot. Did it help? Make sure that you breathe. More on that later. Now, if you are able to stand on one foot for 15 to 30 seconds with no problem at all, try doing that on an unstable surface, like the top of a Bosu ball or one of those stability cushions. Make it more challenging so that you really work your core. Number 4, you often feel weak or off balance when you do specific movements like throwing or kicking. When you move part of your body with force, your core fires up to keep you stable, especially during unilateral, one-sided motion. Not being able to generate much force with a kick or a throw is a sign that your core might be weak. Number 5, your plank form is off. If you're having a difficult time getting into a plank position, this is a big sign that your core lacks strength. A plank requires your entire body to be in proper alignment. That means when you're in plank position, you're in a straight line from the top of your head to your heels. Your shoulders, your back, and your buttocks should all be neutral, not hunched, lifted, or sagging. We don't want to see butts in the air where you're kind of making a triangle with your body, and we don't want to see saggy butts where you're sagging at the middle. Your neck should be long and strong and your legs engaged. If you're having difficulty doing this, it may mean that you have some imbalances. As a side note, holding a plank, and this is true of anything really, if you're doing something with improper form, it can actually reinforce any weaknesses or imbalances that you have. So finding the perfect form is super important for planks and every other exercise. I always tell my skaters and athletes that I work with, if they're not using the correct technique or the correct form, I'd rather have them not practice it at all and wait until I'm there with them to help. Number 6, do you hold your breath when doing planks or other exercises? This matters because of the muscle deep inside your body, your diaphragm. Not only does the diaphragm play a key role in your breathing, it also works with your deep core muscles. So if you can't breathe while holding a plank or do another exercise, chances are it's because your core muscles are weak. Hello, figure skaters. I actually know some figure skaters that will hold their breath through their entire program. Not sure why. So if you're having trouble breathing, you need to choreograph breathing into your program. This is one reason why coaches will cue you to breathe. Here's number 7. Your hip flexors or legs get tired when you're doing ab and core exercises, like bicycles or bird dogs. This is because when your core is weak, your body can recruit other muscles to help with those exercises. So if you notice this is happening with you, focus on engaging your core, moving more intentionally, breathing, and modifying your movement by going more slowly or shortening your range of motion until your core becomes stronger. Paying attention to all these warning signs can really help you build a stronger core that will support your body for a healthy, active, and fit life. I have a bonus one for you now. Are you ready? It's your posture. Yes, we're going back to posture. And that's because most of us don't give a lot of thought to posture. It's automatic. We just rely on our muscles to take care of it for us. But there are many muscles involved in maintaining proper posture, and paying attention to them 24/7 would be kind of overwhelming. So what is good posture anyway? Well, think of your body like a mountain with its base at your feet. The mountain rises tall up through the front of the body, your shins, quadriceps, core, chest, and shoulders, and then goes down your back, hips, hamstrings, and calves. All of those muscles work together. Hold your body in place and keep your balance. They can even affect your breathing. For example, if your shoulders are rounded forward and your chest muscles are tight, it can be really difficult to expand your lungs and get a deep breath. So this is why it's so important to think about your posture, especially when you exercise. After all, you're working to make your body stronger, and you want to make it stronger in an upright, aligned posture. So what are some other specific things you can do? It's usually the simple everyday things that can significantly impact how we feel. So I've got an easy little assignment for you. It's super easy, don't get worried. Every time you look at your phone today, think about your posture. Sitting or standing tall helps to keep those muscles in balance. Plus, it can improve your breathing and energy levels too. Now, if you want to take it beyond this little assignment and you train or work out, next time you pick up a set of weights, crank out a bunch of core exercises, go for a walk, or do any kind of workout, take a good look at your posture first. If you can't do a quick posture check in the mirror, take a moment to at least think about it. Are you standing tall with your core engaged? Are you grooving good body patterns? Shoulders back, chest up, and legs strong? Or are you reinforcing patterns that you don't love so much? With your shoulders rounded or your joints locked? When you start training with good posture, you'll reinforce the mind-muscle connection, and you'll reap the benefits. Your posture will start to improve around the clock. Even outside of your training, your core will get stronger faster, and there's a good chance you'll notice a boost in your confidence too. Who doesn't want that? But many of us don't even know what good posture is. So I'm going to walk you through how you can do a wall test that lets you track your posture, and you can feel precisely what good posture feels like. And we're going to see how well you can maintain that once you get into good posture. Here's how to do the wall test. Stand with your back up against a wall. The back of your head and your shoulder blades and your butt should touch the wall, with your heels about 2 to 4 inches in front of it. Double and triple check your foot position because it can make a big difference. Chances are, if you're like most people, you might notice that this feels different than your normal standing around posture. But wait, this is just the beginning. You'll want to reach around and put a flat hand in between the small of your back and the wall. You should be able to just barely slide it in there. If there's too much space between your back and the wall, draw your belly button in towards your spine. This should flatten the curve a little and bring your lower back closer to the wall. You will definitely feel this in your core. And if there's not enough space for you to fit your hand in at all, arch your back a little so you can get your hand to slide in there. Again, chances are you're going to feel this in your core and your hips. So here's the real test. Memorize what that posture feels like and then go for a little walk. Take a few steps while holding proper posture. This might make you feel like a little bit of a robot at first because it feels unnatural. Then go back to the wall and recheck your posture. See if you were able to hold the position you had before. Chances are, if you're like most people, you notice that some muscle groups, like your chest, shoulders, and hip flexors, can be pretty tight, and that your core muscles have to work a lot harder, or at least differently than you expected or are used to. So what do you do if you notice your posture could use a little work? On top of stretching out and strengthening your various muscle groups, it takes patience, practice, and mindfulness. One way you can start to feel correct posture is to do regular self-checks and make sure you're standing and sitting tall now that you know what good posture feels like. Basically, all you would do is use that reminder to double check. You could use a cue like we talked about before. Every time you look at your phone, check your posture. Or it could be your watch. But every time that cue comes up, use it as a reminder to move back to proper posture. Over time, this will help reinforce good posture as a regular habit. What do you think of this experiment? How did you do? Let me know down below. Do you have good posture? Do you have trouble keeping good posture? Let me know your thoughts. Leave me a comment down below. And if you want to make some significant changes, be sure to check out my Stronger to the Core challenge. It's absolutely free. Just go to aimeericca.com/freebies. It's 100% free, and it contains a ton of useful info on the importance of posture, along with some exercises you can do that will help. There's lots of other stuff on that page too, like my Fresh Start Goal Setting Guide and the Sugar Detox. These can really help with your monthly resolutions. And you can download as many of these freebies as you want. You don't have to just pick one. If you like this video, please give it a like. And if you think it can help someone else, share it with them. And also share it with your friends on social media too. And remember to subscribe and tap that bell so that you never miss a video. Thank you for watching. This is Amy. I will see you real soon. Bye.